Hey everyone, Grant Langston here, and I am at the RacerX test for the 2020 Kawasaki 250F out here at Castillo Ranch. So the big hype this year, obviously there's been quite a few changes on the 250. We saw last year they did a lot on the 450, so big thing that everyone's talking about is the increased horsepower on this, but I want to give you a little breakdown on just some of the changes they've made going into the 2020 season. First thing, of course, is they have their 48mm KYB coil spring fork. I think a lot of people preferred going back to the springs over the air. It is a pretty light bike at 221 pounds dry weight. Bigger bore and stroke, that's the biggest thing. This bike has more top-end power. We'll have to see how that feels out on the track. Larger intake and exhaust valves, once again part of that whole engine package. Then moving a little further back, they have a new master cylinder and a bigger rear disc brake for the rear whole braking system. New throttle body, that's basically to help get that more air in for that faster, more higher performance motor. They've changed the rear suspension a little bit with a new link. The rear shock has some upgrades as well. They've gone with the shorter exhaust system, so obviously it's lighter but still nice and quiet. And the final thing cosmetically is what they call their race-inspired all-green factory plastic to make it look really trick. Another thing I think Kawasaki did well is they did bring back some of their features that seemed to work in the past that people liked. One of the main things is on their clamps, you're able to move the bar mounts, so depending on your riding style or even your size, you have adjustability there, as well as the foot pegs. Some riders have said they tried and they liked it. I haven't tried it yet, but we'll give it a shot today. But lowering the foot pegs, you have that 5mm adjustability. Once again, can move your whole riding position around a little bit. And then there are 3 different plugs that allow you to change the mapping on the bike. So you've got a mild, medium, and aggressive power. We'll be sure to try that out. So Kawasaki really trying to give riders the feel that they're looking for. I think the bike is, honestly, it's fantastic. It's very rider friendly. Straight out of the box, it feels very comfortable. Most of the riders would agree. You can get on maybe 1 or 2 fine changes and you'll feel very comfortable. The power is good. The handling is really good. The suspension really impressed me. I'm a slightly heavier guy, and straight out of the box it worked well. So we did actually make a couple changes. 2 changes that I made. One was I'm a little heavier and I like a little more bottom end and torque, so we changed the coupling to the more aggressive mapping, and that was really what fixed it for me. Straight out of the corner, the very low RPM, it really pulled good, and that bike revs to the moon, and if you're like me, he's not really a screamer, it still pulled really well. So I got the bottom end I needed and I didn't really sacrifice anything. So really impressed with that stock 250cc machine. Remember, they did go big with bore and stroke, and that's helped out a lot. And the other change I made was, we talked about the adjustability in the upper clamp, where you can move the bar mounts back and forth. All that did was just move the bars a little further forward. I felt like it enabled my hands and body to feel more over the front of the clamps and the forks. For me, it gave a better feeling and a little less cramped. Yeah, so just came in the pits, told them a couple things that I would like to see changed. I want a little more head off the bottom. They were able to do that with the coupling, and then we moved the bars a little bit forward just for comfort, gave me a little more room and stability. Went out there and it really made a big difference for me. So even with all these changes that Kawasaki made to improve this machine, the retail price went up $50. It's now $7,800 MSRP, so very affordable, great price for a great machine.